So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to talk about today include Sony hitting all fronts with their first-party titles, their upcoming first-party titles. PlayStation 5 Pro Development Kit leaks are incoming, and it's 100% in development according to a good source, and a significant piece of PlayStation Plus news to go over today, as well as a kind of a reminder as well. First, how many PlayStation 5s do you own? I know it's a weird question, but this year and next year, as they come along, those numbers could potentially change with the new quote-unquote PlayStation 5 Slim coming out later this year and PlayStation 5 Pro potentially next year. I currently only have one PlayStation 5, but will be getting this new one coming out later this year, but that's just me. What about you guys? So comment below, how many PlayStation 5s do you own right now? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, significant PlayStation Plus news and reminder. Reading from PlayStation Universe, Sony's PlayStation Plus collection launched alongside the PlayStation 5 back in November 2020, but if you haven't for some reason claimed any of those free 19 games it offers, then do so soon. The collection is being removed on May 9th, 2023. The good thing is that you can keep them as long as you add them to your digital library, so even when the PlayStation Plus collection is gone, if you've claimed them, you won't lose them as long as you're still subscribed to PlayStation Plus. So the PlayStation Plus collection was an amazing move by Sony for the launch of the PlayStation 5. This collection consisted of some of the biggest games on PlayStation 4 ready to play on your PlayStation 5 with your existing PlayStation Plus subscription. Legendary titles are on there like Bloodborne, God of War 2018, Uncharted 4, The Last of Us Remastered, my baby, and a bunch of others. The difference between grabbing these titles here and potentially grabbing them on something like PlayStation Plus Extra or Premium is that they stay in your library forever as long as you're subscribed to PlayStation Plus, while Extra and Premium, those games rotate over time. You don't have really control over those. So if you haven't claimed all the games on the PlayStation Plus collection, do it as soon as you can because we're days away from it all disappearing.
It's time.
Now, diving into the second story of the video, Sony hitting all fronts. Reading from Video Game Chronicle, PlayStation Studios boss Herman Hulst has discussed Sony's push into live service games and insisted that the multiple games it has in development will be diverse in terms of genres and target audience. Sony Interactive Entertainment revealed last year that it's planning to have 12 live service titles in the market by its fiscal year ending March 2026, up from 3 during its previous business year. Speaking to GamesIndustry.biz, Hulst claimed that even though Sony Interactive Entertainment has a significant number of live service games planned for the coming years, that doesn't mean they'll all be modeled on Fortnite or Destiny. We understand the competitive environment that is out there and the time investment from players that live services offer, Hulst said, and we want to deliver the highest quality games. There is a risk that we talk about live service in generic terms as if it's a single genre or even a single business model. PlayStation Studios are making a variety of games that could be referred to as live services, targeting different genres, different release schedules, and at different scales. We are also creating games for different audiences, and I take confidence from our track record in creating worlds and stories that PlayStation fans love. So this is actually something we can kind of see already. Sony London's fantasy co-op IP is going to be different than Factions 2's Division-like open world and Close Quarters Factions 1-like gameplay, and those both will be different from the potential Twisted Metal car combat title set to return, and those will be also different from something like Helldivers 2's Alien Adventure. These are different games is what's being said here. Yes, they are live service titles, but they aren't going to be the same type of games across the board. Sony is hitting different fronts and trying to see what sticks. Hopefully a bunch of these games work out because I miss Sony being more involved in the online arena. They've made great online titles in the past, like Starhawk, for example, and Warhawk. This also doesn't mean single-player titles are gone. their studios are still creating single-player titles like Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, Ghost of Tsushima 2 potentially, whatever Sony Bend is working on, Naughty Dog's new IP, Sony Santa Monica's new IP, etc. Basically to say Sony is going on all fronts here, and they're doing it with more resources now, obviously. So it's not the same amount of people producing games. For Sony, it's a lot more now. There's multiple teams in each of these studios, so everybody could potentially get what they want. But you guys let me know if you're excited for Last of Us Factions 2 or not. The answer better be yes, but let me know if you're excited for it or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, PlayStation 5 Pro Dev Kit leaks incoming. So this has been an interesting few videos I've been putting out recently because they have been more and more focused on hardware. I expect this to increase as the year progresses, and honestly, it's exciting for me personally. But as for today, we have new information to cover. So on Monday, we spoke about how Tom Henderson, the original source for the PlayStation 5 Pro's existence, was having a discussion on Twitter, and he revealed he knew the prototype timelines for the PlayStation 5 Pro, when developers will get the PS5 Pro Dev Kits, and when leaks will be happening. Based on him saying leaks should be expected later this year, I made the assumption that this is when developers would get their hands on the development kit, and that seems to be correct. Of course, this isn't some mastermind deduction on my end here. Leaks tend to come from the studios that get the hardware. That's been the case in the past. Well, that was a Twitter discussion on Monday, but now we have a new report. Tom Henderson goes over various pieces of hardware from Sony in his latest article, including their accessibility controller, Project Leonardo, their new potential headset, the PlayStation Remote Play Handheld Q Lite, the detachable disc drive PlayStation 5 quote-unquote Slim coming out later this year, and of course he discusses the PlayStation 5 Pro, and this is what he said on that. Reading from Insider Gaming, it's been a hot topic of discussion as of late, but yes, Insider Gaming has previously reported that Sony does have a PlayStation 5 Pro in development. Our report in March was dismissed as being inaccurate by many when it was first reported, and although the PlayStation 5 Pro could be cancelled at any given time, Insider Gaming can report with a 100% degree of certainty that the PlayStation 5 Pro is currently in development. Whilst we cannot report on any more specifics at this time, we understand that the first dev kit prototypes will be going to first-party developers within the next couple of months, and with third-party developers receiving them by the end of the year. Expected release date Q4 2024 tentative. So this is big, but a good chunk of it he kind of put out there on Twitter that we covered on Monday. But him saying 100% certainty it's in the works is a big claim, considering he's been good with leaks in the past and so far. So this has me excited. First party developers getting it in the coming months is fun, but the leaks won't come from them most likely. Third party developers getting it later this year, that's where leaks will probably most likely come from. I'm excited personally. I'm happy Sony is making a Pro console, most likely it looks like. For people like myself, I want the highest performance options, so I'll be there day one to pick this thing up, and hopefully this lines up with the potential release of Wolverine. But you guys let me know if you're getting the PlayStation 5 Pro or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. As it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with Bring on the Pro. I'm personally excited for the PlayStation 5 Pro. If you are as well, destroy the comment section with Bring on the Pro. And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.